Good morning, class. First of all, I would like to apologize for taking time out of your busy schedules. And as a Canadian, apologizing is what I do. My name is Nathaniel Masad, and I will be demonstrating the Canadian stereotypes and non-stereotypes. I'm sorry, but many of these stereotypes include saying A at the end of every sentence, being extremely polite, the worst tasting beer, mostly Canadians. Polar bears are our pets. We have a diet of Canadian bacon and maple syrup. We know everyone in Canada. Hey, do you know Tony Masad from Vancouver? Oh yeah, he's my cousin. We wear toques. It snows all the time. Just look out the window. We live in igloos. We say a boot instead of about. And our favorite place to eat is Tim Hortons. It's always fresh because it's always Tim Hortons. The list never ends. And several of these are in the media today, and it gets a good laugh, and yes, you even laugh at it too. Don't deny it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so forceful. Many news articles and websites have released some hilarious pictures, comics, videos, and stories based on Canadian stereotypes. These stereotypes make Canadians look non-patriotic, passive, and hickish. Not hicky, hickish. If you look back over history, Canada is the place to live. My personal history is threefold. If it hadn't been for Canadian soldiers in World War II, my great-grandparents wouldn't have come here from Holland. Farther back, during the potato famine, my ancestors traveled to the America, but decided Canada was a better place for them and moved across the border. And finally, my Juju could have moved to another country, but he chose Canada. Why? Because Canada is not what the stereotypes say. It is an awesome cold tundra where farmers grow polar bears, and the tallest building is the iceberg in my backyard, eh? Sorry, but we need to get started. Shall we start with the military? The stereotype is that we have none, and that our police ride horses and wear red jackets. All of us know that our police do ride horses. They're called Mustangs, or maybe they ride Impalas. No, seriously. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police began in 1873, and now only specific RCMP officers are trained on horses for performances called the musical rides. The RCMP are the Canadian Police and are not in service here in Essex County, unless needed, as we have the OPP, the local police, Windsor Police, and Chatham-Kent Police. As for the military, the Canadian military act now as peacekeepers and are busy cleaning up the mess left behind the American-made wars. Previously, the Canadian military acted immediately when the call came to fight. Hundreds of thousands of Canadians volunteered to help in the fight and died as heroes in all the wars. As Canadians, we should show more patriotism, as we are not the passive people that the world thinks of us. We are fighters. We just need the proper inspiration. Here is what the Americans have to say about our military.
Once their Afghan mission winds down sometime in 2011, certain members of the Canadian military are looking to take a much-deserved break. And by certain members, I mean all of them. Due to personnel and equipment shortages, Canada's Lieutenant General Andrew Leslie, an unusual name for a man, yes, told the Senate Defense Committee last week, quote, "We will have to explore the possibility of taking a short operational break that is synchronized of at least 1 year," meaning the Canadian military wants to take a breather, to do some yoga, paint landscapes, run on the beach in gorgeous white capri pants. It's amazing. I don't know any country that's done this, Bill. Would Canada be able to get away with this if they didn't share a border with the most powerful country in the universe?
No, they probably wouldn't. And, I mean, does this surprise any of us? I mean...
It surprises me.
Well, you're stupid.
No need for that, kind sir.
We have police officers, and they have Mounties. Our cops ride heavily armored cars. They ride horses. We have bulletproof vests. They have wonderful little red jackets that can be seen a mile away. This is not a smart culture, Greg.
This is what Canada had to say about that.
Well, certainly this, I believe, is not reflective at all of the vast majority of Americans, and I think it is a very limited, uninformed view. It's crass, it's insensitive, it's in fact disgusting given the timing where Canada is just receiving back 4 fallen heroes today at CFB Trenton. And there should be an apology to the families in particular, and to the Canadian Forces and to Canada generally, given the sacrifice and the commitment that we've demonstrated in Afghanistan.
The second stereotype that is most discussed is the weather. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Let It Snow was written by an American living in America, and they think we have snow. I have never seen a real igloo in my life, only pictures. And we have running water, electricity, and even the internet. I looked it up on Google. Canadian weather varies across the provinces and territories. Obviously, the higher the latitude, the colder the temperature. But here in the balmy south, we have temperatures similar to the state of California. Well, Northern California. And last but not least, we're always made fun of because of our monopoly money. It is colorful and now it is plastic and smells like a maple tree. Yes, I said it smells like a maple tree. And yes, I have smelled a maple tree before, like no other Canadian hasn't. This is all to preserve the money. Try washing it. And to make it more difficult to counterfeit. Personally, I like the different colors. It is easier to tell what is what. We Canadians and our bright ideas. What's next? RCMP on polar bears, eh? I'm sorry. Canadians, being the bigger persons, are getting in on the jokes now. There are stereotypical comments in shows like Family Guy, iCarly, Good Luck Charlie, and movies like Canadian Bacon, Brother Bear, and Strange Brew. YouTube has hundreds of videos that use the stereotypes as a prop. Here are some Vancouver college students on the internet that take Canadian stereotypes to another level of funny. They are known as IFHT. They put together a video and uploaded it on youtube.com to make people laugh. And they succeeded with over 2 million views and 16,000 likes on that one video. Shoot! That's good.
Have you seen my toque? Oh, sure. Oh, you know, just doing the boot. Can you pass me another Molson? It's -20 with the windshield. Oh, yeah, I got snowed in last week real bad. Where's my gloves? Couldn't even get out of my house. Throw down the buddy on my toboggan. Just giving her. Just giving her. Supposed to get a good 10 centimeters tonight. You got change for a loony? You got 2 loonies for a toonie? Oh, sorry. 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 I'm going down to the Timmies. Is that a moose? I'll grab you a double-double. Looks like a moose. Dozen Timbits. Hey. Fucking A. Looks like a moose. Could be a deer though. Look at the antlers, that's a moose. Oh sure. You call that a penalty? Yep, that's a moose. Have you seen my hockey stick? I got a bunch of moose meat in the freezer if you want some. Can you pick me up a Mickey? Why are you saying soda? It's pronounced pop. Maybe a 2-6. Oh, that's a moose. Ooh. Squirrel. Oh, you betcha. Could be a moose. Might be a deer though.
Now that you get the idea of the stereotypes, I will show you who Canadians really are. Polite? I'm sorry, not really. We Canadians are not all polite. Have you seen the halftime show at the Grey Cup a couple years ago? Justin Bieber was booed in Canada.
Make some noise! I said, make some noise!
The Canadian population are like siblings. We're allowed to make fun of each other, but don't you dare. If you are from another country and you pick on one of my own, well, that's because we know everyone, eh? Another example of this is the Stanley Cup Finals in Vancouver. Good game? Shake hands? Nope, not in Vancouver. It was the 7th game between the Vancouver Canucks and the Boston Bruins. Boston won the championship, and Vancouver fans did not take that too well. It led to rioting in the city streets of Vancouver, ruining the Canadian image. Wow, we take hockey a little too seriously, don't you think? Some Canadians noticed this and felt like they needed to stand up against the riot. Here is a bystander that didn't agree with the behavior.
Actually defending Canadian citizens, saying this is not how Canadians would act. Alistair, where are the police right now?
They're down there stopping the vehicle that's turned over on fire.
Why are you protecting this so much?
That is his bike.
Why are you so against this?
One, this is rolling down, it's going to hurt people. Two, this is nothing but a shame on Canada.
J.G. McCullough, a Canadian, put together a website for Canadians, www.thecanadaguide.com. He writes information about Canada and the people who live in it. He talks about how we view ourselves compared to how other countries view us. Canada is also a country whose culture emphasizes the importance of introspection and modesty. However, so the way Canadians interact with stereotypes is not always just blind acceptance. In recent years especially, a number of Canadian critics have argued some of these cliches about the goody-goody Canadian are quite vain and inaccurate, and represent an effort to spin what are actually problems with Canadian society into growing self-praise. As for the way Canadians speak, our two official languages are English and French. We in Essex County do not say boot, but other areas might. If you travel from one region to the next, English and French dialects are slightly different as in any country. For example, Germany has 35 dialects. At least no matter where we travel in Canada, English is still English, and we will be understood. Yet others believe that we speak in the weirdest way. Seth MacFarlane gives us an example through Family Guy.
Oh, hey there. You having some car troubles, eh?
Yeah, we're trying to get to the North Pole. I don't suppose you're from AAA, are you?
Who?
AAA, you know? AAA.
Oh, AA, eh? Hey, I just came from AA.
No, not AA, AAA.
Yeah, that's what I said. AA, eh?
Oh, so you are with AAA?
Oh, no, that's AAA. I just came from AA, eh?
Huh?
Stewie, I think he's just a drunk.
Well, drunk or not, can you help us?
I can if you want to join AA, eh?
No, I'm already a member of AAA. I need help with the car.
Oh, I see. Yeah, looks like you got some water leakage. You might need a hose, eh?
Jose, Roberto, whatever. If you've got some Latinos up here that can fix cars, that'd be great.
No, I mean, it looks like you need a part, eh?
Well, yeah, when it's fixed, we can celebrate, but let's deal with first things first.
Well, I can probably take you to a gas station, eh? You have cash, eh?
I don't know. My name carries a little weight, but I don't see how that matters here.
Look, we don't have enough cash to fix the car, and we're kind of on our way to the North Pole. Oh, a car won't take you there anyway. But if you like, you can take my snowmobile. Really? You just give it to us? Oh, sure, that's what Canadian hospitality's all about. If you like, you can have all my money and my leg.
Okay.
As for the worst beer, well, I had to Google it. But this is what I found. That our beer is in 4th place in the top 10 list of beers of choice in the world. The first is Germany, followed by Belgium, and then the US. I know, sad, right? But hey, Bud Light is on the top 10 list at number 5, out of the whole world. Not bad. Canada makes Bud Light, Labatt's, Molson's, Kokanee, Sleeman's, Le Fin de Monde, Alexander Keith's, and Moosehead, to name a few. Never say Canadian beer sucks, because Canadians will sick their wolves and polar bears on you.
I'll tell you another thing, the beer sucks.
We do not sensationalize the moonshine industry like the Americans, but we do like our beer. And as for our wine, we all know Essex County is fast becoming well known for its wines, almost as much as the Niagara region. Essex County now has 13 wineries to boast about. In your face, Niagara. If there ever were 2 movies that portray all the possible stereotypes, it would be Canadian Bacon, with Canadian actor John Candy, and Strange Brew with Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas, both Canadian, playing Bob and Doug McKenzie. Both these stereotypical comedy genre movies portray the stereotypes of Canadians in a very humorous way. All stereotypes are general assumptions, and these make Canadians look like goofballs, drunks, dumbbells, and even odd. People think we look weak and are easy to pick on, but are Canadians stronger than that? Does Daffy Duck always get fooled by Bugs Bunny?
Oh, it's duck hunting season. That, sir, is an investigated fabrication. It's wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. I say it's duck season, and I say fire. Let's try that again.
Where's my toque? I'm sorry, I gotta go build myself an igloo. It's a blizzard out there, eh?